Hey guys, Ergo Josh here. Today I just wanted to talk about some random stuff. I didn't want to leave you guys on my YouTube out too long. I'm trying to really keep doing at least one video a week, so here I am with some sketches. Today you're looking at me just do 3 drawings that I did because a lot of people are asking me on my Instagram account if I draw men, and so I'm like, oh, of course I draw men. I have a few men that I've drawn, you know, a few months ago to even last year, but I just wanted to draw 3 just to show everyone that I can draw some guys. And I also took it as kind of a comfort zone thing. Get out of your comfort zone, improve, you know how that works. Even though it is a comfort zone thing, I found it a lot easier to draw men compared to the women that I usually draw. I feel like it's a lot easier to latch on to the anatomical cues with guys. I think that's because if there's an angle or if there's a feature here, you can just draw it and it's probably going to show in the final sketch. Whereas with women, there are a lot more softer forms. So if I try and draw something like an angle for the cheekbone or something like that, or a crease on the cheek, it's going to look bad in the final thing. Whereas if I do it for a guy, it's pretty much okay. So one of the artists I look up to for inspiration, he often talked about drawing things as a beginning, as a starter point, drawing things that are not really too set in stone with how they look. They're pretty organic. So like things like stones and trees and landscapes, those are things that are really good to start off drawing because, you know, they're easy to get used to, they're easy to add details and represent without doing something that your brain immediately can recognize as wrong. Whereas doing something like a face in general is much harder because immediately, if you're not really well versed in it, your brain and everyone else, even if they don't draw, can see what's wrong with it. And I feel like men are like that compared to women because you can just add all the details you want and it's just going to look like a goofy guy, or it's going to look like an older guy or a mature guy. But if you're trying to draw cute girls, then if you draw anything out of line, it immediately starts to ruin the expression or impression that you're trying to give. So this was really a relaxing 3 drawings for me to do. Even though I was trying to do it to grow, I found it like just relaxing. And then also on top of that, if I ever wanted to have commissions, it would be a good idea for me to have some guys in my, you know, portfolio, because I don't want everyone to think, oh, either only women can ask for commissions from me or guys that ask for gifts for their girlfriends. But I already mostly get those anyway, so I guess it's fine. The other thing I want to talk about is kind of just how I wanted my art page to go in general. I feel like the past few months I've been spreading myself way too thin, trying to do all these different things, and I feel like I wanted to come back to my kind of my roots, you know, portraits. That's how I started. That's what I did ever since I remember like getting serious about drawing when I was like 12 years old. I love doing portraits. And I sat down and I thought about like, what did I like about portraits? Why did I feel like I had to get away from it? And I realized like I still love them. It's just that I felt like it took me too much time and effort, and I didn't get to represent all of the different kind of expressions and emotions that I wanted to with my artwork. But now I feel like I can do that. I feel like I can do it much faster. I feel like I can do it much more efficient, and I can keep improving on that. So I think I wanted to just spend some time focusing on that. So I removed a lot of the other artwork that had full bodies and things like that because I just wanted it to be coherent. I wanted people who come to my account to see what I do and to be able to know and understand what's going on pretty quickly. I didn't want it to be a mess. And it's still, I feel like it could still be better, but hey, you know, you can't be perfect with everything that you do. Speaking of portraits, I've noticed on my account, I don't get a lot of DMs, but the ones I do get, at least like 2 or 3 of the DMs I get per day are people asking like, do you draw like free art? Can you draw me? Can you draw a picture of my girlfriend? Can you draw me in this photo? And they send me photos. Some don't send me photos. Some are very timid and they just say hi first, but they end up saying the same thing. So I'm like, I keep telling them, oh, sorry, I don't do free art. And then one person today was like, well, you should say that on your account. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to have such a negative kind of feeling and vibe on my account first thing you see. You know, it is important, I get it. telling people what to expect, but I feel like that's not even that important for me to have that as the first thing you see about me. No free art, you know. I feel like it should just be a much more relaxed and positive, exciting, happy impression you get from my account when you see it first. So I was thinking what I would do is to make it more beneficial and worthwhile for me, and then still be able to help some of you guys out, is that I would start a kind of raffle thing. So every week, I'm thinking of using Patreon to do this. I would have people, anyone who would subscribe weekly $1 to me, would be able to enter in this group raffle where I would draw whatever portrait they wanted for that next week. So it would be like, let's say 10 people subscribe to that kind of tier on Patreon. Then from those 10 people, I would randomly pick one person for that week to draw them or whatever portrait they wanted me to draw. And then next week I would choose another person, and then it would go on and on and on. And if I only have 10 patrons for 10 weeks, then that would just be it. I wouldn't repeat it because those people already had drawings. So I think that would be pretty good. I think that would help people feel like they're more connected, and I'd be able to help some people get some of my sketches, because I'd love for everyone to have some of my art, you know, but I can't really afford to keep doing art for other people because it's not as effective for me when I have my own full-time job, and I can grow like 10 times more if I spend that time doing my own studies. But doing, you know, one kind of free drawing a week, I mean, you're only paying $1 for it theoretically, but doing one drawing a week, I think that would be really great, and I think people would be really excited to be able to have that opportunity, especially the first week I do it, which would be extremely easy. I feel like whoever would subscribe that first week would have an extremely high chance of getting it in. So I'm thinking of doing that probably before 2019. Tell me what you guys think in the comments about that, and whatever else that you want to say, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.